Welcome back to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, welcome to the family. Please consider subscribing, and I do food, motherhood and lifestyle videos, so I have tons of those, so you can catch up on those as well. So today I'll be showing you how I made this delicious muffins. So let's get started. So for 10 to 12 muffins, depending on how you fill your liners, you will need 2 cups of flour, 2/3 cups of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and for the wet ingredients you'll need 2/3 cups of milk. I'm using a third milk and 1 cup of yogurt because yogurt adds richness and tenderness to your muffins and even makes it more moist. Half a cup of butter, 1 egg room temperature. I'm using 2 because I'm doing a double recipe, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. For my add-ins, I'm using blueberry, which are my favorites, and chocolate chips. So you will also need your muffin tin plus the liners, and of course for muffins you do not need a hand mixture, so all you need is the whisk, your spatula, and a cookie scoop, or you can also use a spoon if you don't have a cookie scoop, you can use a spoon, still okay. So we'll start off by putting the liners on the muffin tins, and then before you mix your batter, make sure that you preheat your oven at 425 Fahrenheit, and you're starting off at a high temperature because this is what will give you the nice dome and on your muffins, or just to give it that rise. So you want it to rise fast when you start. So the first step is to mix all the dry ingredients. So put all the dry ingredients in your mixing bowl. Once that is done, whisk them. Once you're done with the dry ingredients, add in all the wet ingredients. So remember, I'm doing a double recipe, that's why I have 2 eggs, and the reason why we have used the baking powder, that will make your muffins rise, the sugar will sweeten and retain the moisture, the salt will round up all those flavors, and the butter that I've added will make it richer and tender. So every ingredient has a purpose. So mix all the wet ingredients really well until the egg yolks have completely broken down. Don't forget that your milk, your butter, and your eggs should all be in room temperature. Once that is done, we'll add in the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. You do not need to use a whisk to mix it because we don't want it to be over mixed. So you just use your spatula gently to mix the wet and the dry ingredients. Remember, if you overmix your ingredients, it will give you a chewy, dense and dry muffins, and we don't want that. So just mix it for about maybe like 10 folds or 11 folds. So just gently, you don't have to use any force. So just a quick one, if you decided to use the add-ins, maybe the chocolate chips or your blueberries, you can add them at the stage of the dry ingredients so that the wet ingredients will be added to them. So now your batter is ready. Fill it in your muffin liners. So the reason why I did not mix my chocolate chips or the blueberries with my flour is because I wanted a plain batter, because I wanted to do the different types of muffins at once. So that's why I did not mix it from the start. So if you're doing one type of add-in, you can just mix it with your flour and dry ingredients. So at this stage, I will go ahead to add in my chocolate chips in one row, and I will add my blueberries on the second row. And using a toothpick, gently push in the chocolate chips, or even if you're using whatever add-ins, just to make them mix well with your batter. Because remember, we did not mix it with the flour before, because I'm doing different kinds of muffins. Some will be plain, some will be with the blueberries, and some will be with the chocolate chips. So just using a toothpick, mix it gently in. I'm adding my blueberries, and I'll fold it in, of course, with my toothpick like I did with the chocolate chips. And my oven is still preheating at 425, which is high. And as I said, you need the high heat to help the muffins first rise and give it that beautiful dome that the muffin has. And let it once you're done, let your muffins bake for about 5 minutes using the 425 Fahrenheit. Once 5 minutes are done, reduce your oven to 350 Fahrenheit and let it bake for about 25 minutes. check using your toothpick if the middle is done and it comes out with a moist crumb. So once that is done, put your muffins in your oven. Once your muffins are done, put them in a cooling rack. And I also wanted to show you how they came out. You can see they are very, very rich and tender and moist. I also give this to the yogurt that I used, because yogurt adds a lot of richness and moisture to your muffins. And you can even see it has the crumbs, and they came out very, very perfect. The other thing that I wanted to say, you can see they are not chewy and they don't look dense and they're not dry, and this is what you want your muffins to look like. So I really hope you did enjoy this recipe. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't, and I will see you on my next one. Till next time, bye bye.